I am Clay, WA6LBU, the Master of Ceremonies. We're going to go ahead and do a roll call to see who all is here, starting with the first area.
First area present, KB1XP.
Okay, second.
Second area present, AC2MT.
Okay, thank you. Third area.
I'm quasi present, KE3HAY.
That's true all the time.
Ouch.
Fourth area.
Present, K9GWS.
Fifth area is present, WA6LBU. Sixth area.
Sixth area present, WY6N.
Okay, seventh area.
Seventh area present, KE7RG.
Okay, eighth area.
He was here.
I see him.
Gene, you're muted. Oh, there you go.
Present, Whiskey 8, November Echo Tango.
Okay. Ninth area. Do we have an assistant from the ninth area? Okay. 10th area. Okay. And DX.
DX, VE3, CMB, and VA3, YKT were both here.
Okay.
Hoorah!
Do I have a president?
Here is
Yeah.
KL7OR.
Okay. And vice president.
Present, AA1 and 8.
Okay. My dogs all decided to bark about the time that Craig started talking.
That's that Canadian stuff. Hoorah!
Are the dogs bothering the background? Okay. They get a half a vote. Okay, it looks like we have a quorum. New business, motion 26 or 2026 1-01. Elect awards committee. I'm presuming that everybody has read the motion. And do I have a second?
VE3,
K9GWS.
Okay, second from Gary, K9GWS. Dean has some additions to this. Take it away, Mr. President.
So I would like to make an amendment to this motion from my writing. This appointment is effective at the time of the adjournment of this meeting. To this appointment is effective as soon as orderly transition is implemented, no later than February 28th.
So, Dean, just say that again because I'm not sure everybody heard it when you.
Yeah, your audio was kind of low, Dean.
when you looked away.
This appointment is effective as soon as an orderly transition is implemented, but no later than February 28th.
Okay.
I
I
move
second
that.
the amendment.
I move that for the change. We will need a second for that.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
I
have a
second
motion from W8NET, and I heard a second, I believe, from Keon.
No, not me.
Not you?
No, but I'll second it.
I'll
It doesn't
second
matter.
K9GWS.
Okay, second.
I made the motion. Gene seconded. Correct?
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay, with that, I guess we have to approve the amendment first. And we'll do that starting with the first area.
First area, vote yay. KB1XP.
Okay. Second,
Second area approved, AC2MT.
okay, third area,
KE3HAY approves.
okay, fourth area,
Approved K9GWS.
fifth area approves, WA6LBU, sixth area,
Sixth area approves, WY6N.
okay, seventh area,
Seventh area approves, KE7RG.
okay, eighth area,
Approve, Whiskey 8, November Echo Tango.
okay, still no ninth. 10th, DX,
V3 CMB approves.
Okay, Mr. President,
Approve KL70R.
the Vice President.
Approve AA1NA.
Okay, so the amendment is approved as read by the president. At this time, we will vote to accept or elect the new award secretary, starting with the first area.
Time out.
Discussion.
Time out.
I would like to open up to comments, please,
Oh, okay.
before we go. And I'd like to make just a couple of comments to the board. Is that this transition is a moving target that's moving rather rapidly. And I will try to get out a detailed email the next day or so, but I just wanted to reassure that a couple of things occurred. Is that we got basically in the resignation, Ben felt that the software that AAM2 were using didn't belong to the club, and so we're in the process of implementing a new system that Matt developed a couple of years ago. Bottom line is, I will, when this meeting gets over with, or no later than tomorrow morning, I will send to the board the transition plan that we have so far. And it's our goal is to try to have this done by the end of the month. We've got a lot of testing to do and everything else, but like I said, it's a moving target. So anyway, any other comments? I'd appreciate hearing from anybody. So at this point.
Yeah, a comment from DX.
Go ahead, Craig.
Has anybody spoken to the current award secretary to see if potentially he would maintain the current system until such time as we transfer? I mean, I remember back when Ben presented his resignation, which I don't think we accepted as a board, or I don't even know if we had to accept. But anyway, at that point, he was willing to stay on and support this till the end of February. So
I can answer that. Is it
now that we've taken I haven't finished the question. Now that we've taken the end date out of the proposed proposal, we've changed the end date instead of tonight after the board meeting to February 28th.
Did I say February? Yes.
Yeah, it should be February.
Yeah, February 28th, right.
Do we know if there's going to be awards process between now and then?
There will be. I have a email from Ben that says that he will basically continue to process awards until such time as we can transition. And again, the vote tonight was basically to approve Rich as the award secretary so he can begin his process of actually assuming the role as the award secretary. But it's basically, our target is basically based on the emails we got from Ben and what he's willing to do, and he's willing to continue to turn out the awards, okay, on a regular basis. He's scaled back from things like the weekly reports and some of this other stuff that.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you submit an award tomorrow or the next day, as soon as it appears on his queue, it will get processed and you will get your certificate.
There's been a lot of behind the scenes, which is okay. I guess that happens. That's how politics happens. There's been a lot of behind the scenes communications. So anyway, my question back to the board is, do we have, as a board, confirmation that we can present to the board that Ben will or will not continue processing awards till the end of February? Because with things that have happened, I don't think he will. And I can understand why he would not.
So I will, if I have time tonight, otherwise tomorrow morning,
okay,
I will post to the board reflector the 2 emails that I've gotten from Ben confirming that that's what he will do.
Recent emails, Dean? Like from the last day or two? Because There have been lots of correspondence back and forth that we're not privy to that has created a lot of conflict in this club. So my question
I have seen none of that. I don't know. What
you've been part of it.
What?
You have been part of it, sir.
Well, I mean, okay. What would you like me to do?
Well, no, absolutely. So we've changed the motion. We all agree on the motion. We're all going to approve the motion. But you are saying here tonight that Ben will process awards until the end of February or until a new award secretary gets up to speed. Can you present to the board confirmation that that is exactly what's going to happen, not from an email from 2 months ago or a month ago or 3 months ago, but from an email from 2 days ago?
No.
No, you can't?
No.
Okay.
Contact.
Okay. Craig, are you done?
Sorry, Don. Yes, thanks, Clay.
Okay, go ahead, Keon.
So Clay,
Hang on a second, yeah.
or Craig, I'll tell you what I know. I know that from talking to people that yes, there's a lot of information floating around, and I have no idea what a lot of that is. I know that my focus as president of the club is to transition from Ben, who is our current award secretary, to our new award secretary, Rich. Okay.
Right.
Put together a transition team of 5 people, and we are going to be working 24/7 to make that happen. And again, yes, things could change. Ben has changed things in this process. So I'll send him an email in the morning.
Because that's not what I'm asking, Dean. Absolutely. And Rich, welcome aboard. You got big shoes to fill, guaranteed, buddy. You got big shoes to fill. But that's not my question. Okay. So you just said that the current club awards manager will continue to issue awards until the end of February or until such time as we have established a new program. That's what I'm asking for.
Until we have installed a new award secretary.
Well, no, a new award secretary. We're going to install a new award secretary tonight at this meeting. So do you mean that from tonight, there will be no more awards issued until we get our new program up and running?
No, that's not the idea.
Okay.
The idea, so the idea is that I can't wait until February 28th to put together a transition plan for a new award secretary. Just cannot do it, right?
Now my question, Dean.
Let me finish. And the whole purpose of this was to get the board to agree and approve that Rich would be our next award secretary, right?
Absolutely. I think we're all going to agree.
He will be so anointed the day that we make the transition. Okay? Because that's the language I use. I use an orderly transition.
Okay.
An orderly
Let me go. There's lots of words going out there, Dean. Let me ask the question again. Okay. If we approve, which we should, and we are going to approve that Rich becomes the new awards manager or whatever tonight, which we're going to approve.
Right.
What I just heard you say a few minutes ago is that Ben will keep issuing awards under our existing awards program until such time as we have a good transition with Rich. But then a minute ago, I heard you just say it's going to end tonight at the end of this meeting. So can you confirm, please?
No, I what you said was what the former said is true. Is that this is approved? The board voted, and and Rich will go through the transition, and
Yep.
then
Yep.
and then he will become without vote.
Yep.
He'll become the new award secretary.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay. So between now and when the new system gets in place, what happens to the current award system? I
We'll
mean,
continue to function. We're not changing that. Ben said he will continue to do the awards. I will forward you that email. Okay.
that's the question, not just to me. Forward this to the board. That is the
Okay,
question I'm asking
I will forward these two emails to the board reflective. Okay.
to the board. Absolutely. The next 6 weeks, Ben has committed recently, not 3 months ago or 4 months ago or 2 months ago or 3 weeks ago, but within the last week, Ben has committed to continue to process awards until the new secretary gets up, the new awards chairman gets up to date, and or February 28th, whichever occurs
First.
Okay, so you had that email within the last couple of days?
No,
could-
no, I'm saying is that this has all gone on in the last 10 days. And I will tell you that the emails that other emails that have been very strained. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know, Dean, unless they're on the board reflector, the board doesn't know about this, so we can't even comment on those emails.
I'm not asking you to until I send them to you.
Well, then, if you haven't sent them to us, how can we vote on this tonight?
That has nothing to do with the vote.
No, hang on, we're not finished discussing, Gene. I don't disagree with the vote. Okay, but we've already made a motion, and we've approved the motion that we will eliminate the requirement at the end of immediately after the board, and we will do it with a progressive transition, a proper transition. Okay, good. So that's good. We've already approved that. Now we need to vote on the motion. Before we vote on the motion, what I'm asking is, I've already asked the question. Has anybody talked to Ben? Ben's original email that came out a few weeks ago said he would process awards until the end of February 28th, or until the new award secretary was up to date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right now, the way it is we're going to cut Ben off as of tonight after the board meeting.
Mm-hmm.
We've already taken him out of the BOD reflector.
Time out.
No, I'm not done
You're
yet.
stacking this thing up, and it's going to be hard for me to follow.
Okay. I'll give you the conch here in a second, Dean.
Okay.
Right. Everybody remembers Piggy and the conch, right?
Sorry.
So, you know, what's happening? Over to you.
Okay, let me start backwards and go forwards. Ben, in his email, basically withdrew from all of his duties in the club, and by that it means that's why I removed him from the board reflector, because he was no longer.
Which email? Sorry, Dean.
The first email to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Board doesn't know any emails to you, but anyway.
But what's the issue? What's the issue with Ben being on the board? I had him on the board because he was working on the bylaws. He's off the bylaws. He's off the bylaws. He's out of it. So when somebody withdraws from something, you do what you need to do to withdraw them, and that's what I did.
Okay, so do you want me to answer that, or wait till you're done, or are you done?
No. I mean, I answered that specific issue.
Okay, for the specific issue, the man, there was disagreements. That's fine. It happens. There was this different concepts on the direction the club should go. Maybe, I don't know. That's fine. Ben has done a fantastic job for us for 10 years. The man, he has some disagreements, and I don't disagree with his disagreements on what we had. Okay, but the minute he puts in his resignation, and he graciously offered to hang around until February 28th to help us out to transition. And now all of a sudden, he's out of all of the board meeting conversations that talk about this. And now with this original motion, he's gone after tonight's meeting. That's ridiculous. Is this really the way we want to work? Wow. Anyway, I'm done.
Contact.
Okay,
Okay,
let me ask a hypothetical.
hang on a second, Keon.
I'll stay here if you want to ask me something, but
No, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you a flat out question.
yeah.
So I got another resignation today from another person that's in leadership of the club. And he asked to resign. And I'm not gonna tell you who it is.
No,
But-
that's fine.
But by doing that, I have removed him from the rosters of his position. Do I need to come to the board to do that?
No, this shouldn't come to the board, period. And you didn't come to the board when you removed Ben either. No, it doesn't not need to come to the board, Dean. All I'm saying is that, and I don't know the particulars of why this person wanted to resign from the board. That's fine. That's between you and them or whoever. But it depends on the circumstances. If they are willing to stick around and help this club succeed until such time as somebody else can take over, leave them doing their current job. They're offering to do this in the health and the benefit of this club. So no, you should not remove that person, depending on the circumstances. You should not remove that person from the reflector that they were on. No, you shouldn't.
So on 12/14 or on 1/14, all of you received an email from Ben.
Okay, 114. Hang on.
And
Okay, yeah,
and it says
114.
it
January
says-
14th.
14th, January 14th. And it went to the board and it says
January
can't be.
14th.
effective
December
immediately.
14th.
I'm resigning as chair of the awards committee, as a member of the bylaw review committee, and from any further involvement with the IT committee.
Right.
Then he goes on to say, I'm also stepping away from other discretionary roles and activities previously undertaken on behalf of the club. In particular, I will no longer be militia, blah, 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 blah. So he disconnected himself from the club, with the exception is that he'll continue to process awards until we implement the new award secretary.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's what we did tonight. We didn't say, no, we didn't. The language that
The language on the original motion was he's gone after this meeting tonight.
right?
During this meeting, we changed that language to say that he can be around till the end of February. Nobody has anybody talked to Ben to see if he's willing to even be around till then?
Doesn't matter.
Isn't he done said he was?
That doesn't matter. If he says yes or no, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It has
let me
nothing to
read
do
the language
with
again. Let me read the language.
Hang-
That's for he says, to avoid disruption to members who are not parties to this disagreement.
Yeah.
I will continue to serve as a work secretary in a clerical capacity. Capacity.
Yep.
The end of the current fiscal year, February 28th, and
Yep.
no longer.
Yep. So he will
Did these cars ever move?
he will
What's that?
continue-
Did these cars ever move?
Yeah, they go out during the day. They don't go
so
out
he
in
will
the evening.
continue as in a
Well,
clerk
Thanks.
capacity.
Thank you for your forbearance.
All right. I'll see you Friday.
Hey, Doug,
Yeah,
you're
Doug,
covering up the conversation here.
Yeah. And then I'll back out. So yeah, exactly. He will continue in a clerical capacity, processing awards.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Till a smooth transition or till the end of February or whatever. Okay. Then the motion that we were originally going to vote on tonight was that after this motion tonight, he's gone. There's nothing else. We changed this motion. We made an amendment or we proposed an amendment which got passed to this motion that we retract that wording and kind of put it back into what Ben originally had said. Okay. All right. So that's great. But before we vote on that motion, because I want to vote on it, I want to keep Ben involved till the end of February. But has anybody talked to Ben about this? That was my original question.
You know, I'll tell you what, I'm not the person to talk to Ben because I'll probably put my foot in the mouth and regret that I'm saying this. But the only reason this occurred is because I voted to not go along with the QRP thing. And he even says that in his email. It's about me.
No. Anyway, sorry.
It says here, in August, the president provided explicit.
Pardon me?
He says that in his email. I'm sorry.
When he said what? Sorry, Dean,
It says, in August, the president provided explicit written assurance that he agreed to the substance of the concerns of QRPness as requested. Right. What followed was a quiet withdrawal of support. I didn't support the motion because it got changed. I voted no because it wasn't what I agreed to in August.
Oh, so you did have communications with him. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, this is the same email.
No, that's good to know. You had communications with him back in August.
I did.
A separate thing. I had no communications on that whole thing being changed. The board had no communications on that. Well, most of the board, some of you did. Most of the board had no communications on that thing being changed. And in fact, when I first saw it come out, I thought, holy shit, where did this come from? I had heard some rumors, but now all of a sudden this motion before the board, and when Eric presented the motion, he explicitly said he did not want to have this motion tabled for further discussion. So myself and maybe 2 or 3 other directors had some discussion on the motion beforehand, and my communication was, look, I really struggled. I struggled with this. But anyway, my original thought was at the meeting I was going to propose to table it for another month of discussion. Eric explicitly said in that meeting, and you can go back through, he did not want to have further discussion on it. He wanted a vote that night. So
Greg,
the way Gene, hang on till I'm done. Okay, Gene, hang on till I'm done, please. So I voted to not support the motion. Sorry, Gene, go ahead. Or Clay.
Yeah, Gene, go ahead.
Yeah, Craig, and I'm sorry I interrupted you. We 5 or 6 of us tried to get Eric to change his position. He would, and I think it's my thoughts. This has nothing to do with this meeting. That's his past history. Nothing.
Yeah. But Gene, interestingly enough, and good for you. And I see. Sorry, Clay, I don't want to do your job. And now,
you're conversing with Gene. That's okay.
Yeah, no. All of a sudden, his hand is gone. No, but Gene, no. I understand that. But see, no, the hand is up there. Keane's got his hand up. But for the board, I think that's part of the issue we have here. You're sending an email. I'm sending an email. Ben's sending an email. Dean is sending an email. We're all scheming about something. We're not actually talking about it. And that's how this motion came out. Done.
Just a quickie, and then I'll give it to Gene. I want to thank Gene last month because he really rallied my feelings about what was going on, and it's exactly, Clay, what you're talking about. We got presented at last month's board meeting with a requirement that any CW nets must be used in mechanical cure. Out of the blue. No discussion. And you're absolutely right. We don't discuss these things. You're right.
Could be.
And I have restrained myself with my emails over these last 10 days or 14 days with the task force that I put together to basically make this transition happen. And the task force is Matt Taylor, who's IT, KI4 WCQ is basically the stronghold of the awards committee. Gary Schlegel, myself, and who am I forgetting? Who did I forget?
Rich.
Gary?
Rich.
Rich. I'm sorry, Rich. Sorry. I'm sorry. But I will forward you. We've got a plan. And I think that we've got a target, but we also understand that target could move. Okay. But I think the club has been given a couple of ultimatums, and I didn't want to get in dispute what they were. It's okay. We're going to do that. It's like Ben saying he'll do it up until what? Okay, we'll do that. Okay. And when I was talking to a board member earlier today, and we talked about it, we said, we need to change this language so that we have the flexibility so we don't lose Ben when something is critical. And that's why I can't kind of change the language so that when we're ready to take over, we can take over because we have selected our new award secretary. Anyway, I'm rambling. Go ahead, Gene.
We've already changed. We've already lost Ben because we changed it without this discussion today. It's already been done, and exactly what Gene was talking about. And the other thing is, there's lots of conversations happening between 1s and 2s and 3 board members, and I think I mentioned that before. Okay, if this does not come to the front of the whole board to talk about that motion. Dean, you may have said there are many motions that come out and has been discussed. Well, you know what? They haven't been discussed publicly at the board. So anyway, that motion caught me totally by surprise.
Me too.
Likewise for me. Now, Keon.
Thank you.
Thank you for
so
being
much.
patient.
No problem. Listen, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but to what Craig said, and there is validity in it. The issue isn't the motion, and I don't think that the issue is what was said. The issue is that there are so many things coming at different times, and the wording is completely different. So, give you an example. Letter that came out. Gentlemen, assuming that the board approves the motion and those who got this know what it's about, it is going into detail as to how this transition may or may not happen. Specifically, as a result, the online awards entry system I rewrote and maintained on a server at my expense will be deactivated at midnight tonight. Going forward, you will be introduced to a different submission workflow by the incoming award secretary. So that says to me, as Craig said, hey, he's out of here. Done. He's not going to play ball with us anymore. So I understand exactly what Craig is saying. There is a lot of information that is hitting the floor. It's hitting the floor from multiple places. It's hitting the floor with different wording every single time it does it. And I think the clarification that Craig is looking for is what is going to happen at the end of this vote today? Like, what is actually supposed to happen? And what is the plan going forward should Ben shut everything off, take his toys, and go home? Done.
Which originally he was not going to do. He was going to help us out till the end of February.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
I'm not on the board, but I am a AAM. Keon is basically mentioning an email that Ben sent on the reflector for the area awards managers this morning. Where he basically has said, as of midnight tonight, he's done. There should be the word system is being shut off and everything else. And that's all. You're doing a lot of discussion, but in reality, this is what Ben said, as of midnight tonight, There is no award to system until we get one up and running.
Right.
Yep.
You know,
Query, AA1NA.
this is kind of a sad day. And I think it kind of is what Craig was trying to say, is that I have no record of this communication this morning. And I'm not sure who's received it. I'm not sure what AAMs received it.
Sorry, Dean, to jump in. The reason you have no communications of this is because you pulled him off the board of directors reflector. He sent this out to the area awards managers because we are going to be affected by it. That's why you have no record of this.
And he can't copy Dean?
Yes.
Dean, I sent you.
That's complete BS.
But Dean, I sent you an IM privately with what he wrote.
Okay.
On the chat, in this chat, on the Zoom meeting.
Comment.
Who was the comment?
Keon.
Go ahead, Keon.
So I'm not saying delay any votes tonight. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm simply saying is this. Before we do anything, we need to make sure we have the latest, greatest updated information up to and including this email, because as of this morning, we have no system. And we need to keep that in mind. Like, what are we doing? And you're right, Dean, if you didn't get that for whatever reason, that's exactly why you don't know about it. And I'm sorry that you are finding out about it this way, but this has to be addressed before we can say yay or nay, one way or the other. I want Rich to come on just as much as the next, but what is this vote doing to the club at this point when it comes to our awards? I'm done. Sorry.
Okay.
Query, AA1NA.
Mac was on the.
Okay, Mac, go ahead.
Well, I raised my hand because I'm not on the board, and if you recognize me, I'll make a statement.
Okay, go ahead.
Keon, first of all, that is a proper microphone you got going there. I like that. Okay, the award system, myself and at least one other awards manager, probably more than I know of, have been beta testing the new system that Matt is working on. Submitted a whole bunch of awards, faux awards, to test the system. Some of you would have liked the awards I submitted on your behalf, but you're not going to get them. And it seemed to work okay. There's a couple of little things in there. But as far as the club not having an award system at all, that's actually not true. It just has to come up to speed and finish the beta testing. I'm not sure. I've been listening intently to all the conversation. I agree with there's clearly a lack of communication or a lack of reaching out or whatever it is you want to call it. It's not really my place to make a statement on how I feel about this matter, because all it's going to do is upset people. The idea is the club has to move forward regardless of what happened. So as far as the award system, and I'm pretty certain Rich is aware of this, AC2MT, that there is a new upload system that's functional, but it's not yet online. So if that gives anybody any ease, then fine, but that's all I know about that. W6PNY, back to net.
Okay, there was another comment in there. I did not recognize the vote. Oh, AA1NA. I'm sorry.
Thank you, and I apologize. I'm on my phone and not at a computer. And if memory serves, the email that Ben sent out this morning, and I don't know if we can hold him to a quote, but if someone would please, that has it in front of them, the very first he said something. If the motion passes in its current form, then he would retire the system he has. Is that correct? And yep. I apologize.
Yep.
So the motion, he might entertain the fact that if we extend out to February 28th or until we can make a transition up till that February 28th deadline. The way I read that, he's willing to work with us. But at this point, okay, am I misremembering, Craig?
Sorry, Kirk, and if I'm jumping in.
No,
and I don't have it specifically in front of me right now at the moment. But Ben was pushed into a corner. So his email that came out basically said, if after the motion passes tonight, the way the motion was worded, he will no longer support anything on producing new awards, including removing access to any software applications or anything he did to assist with the award generations. Just perfect.
Yes, and I apologize. I just don't have it in front of me. So, gentlemen, my thought is, we don't have much choice. I think we go ahead and approve Rich as the award secretary. If we're able to get support from Ben, that's great. If not, I think we're in the boat. We need to paddle it back it up. AA1
So let me just give you two other things that have transpired in this. Number one is Ben held the club hostage in terms of returning the club printer and whatever. Let me finish, please. Held us hostage that he would not return them until we reimbursed him on his payments. That's number one. Number two, we're not going to get the award files until after Rich is installed. Mm-hmm. We're not going to get the templates that we need to issue awards until after we appoint a new award secretary. Now, how do we respond to that?
Okay. Well, I'm
open for ideas, because our transition team, we didn't come up with any additional ideas. That was his terms that he put out to us.
First thing I would say, Dean, is everybody here at the board has no idea what you're talking about, including me. Okay, I do slightly, only because you told me tonight. Okay, right. But has anybody else on the board seen that?
No.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is part of the I need to take a vitamin and go to bed. This is part of the whole. It's not about this particular motion. It's not about transitioning from Ben over to Rich. Okay. It's about how we, as management of this club, as officers of this club, are not handling this properly. Okay? These side back deals, they're killing us. He said, she said, I got an email here, you got an email there. We're not privy to this. That is not how, this is not good for the corporation. This is not good for the club. This is not good for the membership. This is not good for how we move forward. Okay? We need to become open. We need to become transparent. Well, sorry, guys. Transparent in a different way than your president is, but we need to become transparent and like it's the health of the club we're looking at.
I agree.
Okay, it's Jesus. This is just one example, but no, that's what we need to be about. Now, if we can, in my mind, if we can, look, he might not even. We're going to vote on this motion. We're going to agree to it. Okay. So the motion is, but we've changed the wording, so we've already agreed to that. We've changed the wording so that it's at least open until the end of February, and that's going to be up to Ben whether he or not he wants to do that. But I'll tell you, some of this correspondence back and forth, which I have no idea about, but some of it's coming out here tonight. If I was him, I'd say, go to hell. Personally.
Why?
Why? Because Ben has been with this club for years. He has spent 10 years as the awards secretary and the awards committee manager. Robin, he's done a great job for this club.
Nobody's questioning that.
No, I'm one of the awards managers. No, okay, so absolutely. Nobody's questioning that. And we need to credit him for that. And I think everybody agrees we will credit him for that. Okay. The conflict that started to happen was personal emails, Dean, and you're bringing out some of them, and I don't want to bring these all out because we're still being recorded, right? But the conflict that's happening here is little side deals that are happening, and they come out like the last motion that came out for the QRP nets, okay? And I struggle with that one. I had heard some rumors of it, but there was no discussion on the board, Robin. Nothing at all came to the board before that motion came out.
Including me.
You knew about it, Dean.
I did not know about it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but I did not know it was coming to the board. I did not know that the motion.
No, I can, not the actual motion itself, but the concept of it. I can forward you an email that Ben sent to you. When you agreed to the concept of it, not the actual motion, but the concept of reviewing the QRP nets and how, potentially at a QRP net, you're going to get, all your RTTY and all these contacts that are good for a master degree award at one eyeball. Anyway, in the end, I voted that I agreed, or I disagreed with Clark's motion. So Robin, that's what it is. There's so much of this stuff going back and forth, right? And we're learning about it in a lot of cases after the fact. So if we as a corporation, and we're at least financially, and thanks, Gary. I mean, no, I can't say this because we're all being recorded. Anyway, at least financially, we're doing a good job. We don't have too much money as a nonprofit, but we're okay, so that we can run a couple of years if things go askew. That's perfect. That's where we should be. So that's on the financial side. On the net side, we all know we all need to get some more NCSs, right? But I'll tell you, at this board, there's so much stuff happening that nobody knows about it. And it shocked the shit out of me when that motion came out. And like I said earlier, I was going to vote, or I was going to make a new motion that we tabled that motion for further discussion. But Eric, in his preamble to the motion, outside of giving a nice, which Dwight and I were friends. Okay. So outside of giving a nice tribute to Dwight, also tied in the fact that Dwight supported the motion, so we should all support the motion and vote against it, or vote for it. that burnt me. But anyway, you guys know what I've been repeating over and over again.
I believe we understand, Greg.
Back to that.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. I keep hearing a chirp from a voice. Okay, is there no discussion, further discussion? Okay. I will say, yes, we need to communicate better. In general, and I have no solution for that other than we need to put our feelings on the board reflector, and I'm as guilty as everybody else. But we do need to communicate as leadership better as a board. There's plenty of communications. It's just not to the entire board. So we need to resolve that. Having said that, I'd like to go ahead and move forward with a vote. And we will start with the first area.
First area votes yes. KB1XP.
Okay. Second area?
Second area votes yes.
Okay. Third area?
Third area votes yay. KE3HAY.
Fourth area?
Yes, K9 GWS.
Okay. Fifth area approves WA6LBU. Sixth area?
Sixth area approves WY6N.
Okay. Seventh area?
Approves KE7RG.
Okay. Eighth area?
Approved. Whiskey 8 America Tango.
Okay. DX?
VA3CMB and VA3YKT, we approve.
Okay. You still only get one vote. Okay, Mr. President?
Over to you, Dean.
KL7OR.
Okay. Vice President?
I didn't hear if Dean said approve or disapprove.
Approve.
Approve.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And Vice President?
Approved. AA1NA. Thank you very much, Rich.
All right, Rich.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Congratulations, I think.
Congrats, Rich.
Yeah, congrats, Rich. Thanks for stepping forward.
All right, thank you.
Congrats, Rich.
All right. But there's still going to be downtime before we get stuff from Ben. It's going to be at least 2 weeks, probably.
We won't get things from Ben until after.
Even when we do move on.
Move on.
Weeks.
I will send another email out to Ben tomorrow, asking him again to send us those materials. Okay, because we can't exist without them.
So that's going to be our downtime.
Right.
Okay. On the back half of this motion was a appointment for a resident agent. And as I reviewed the bylaws, I may be wrong, but I don't think that needs to be voted by the board.
It does. According to Florida law, I need a resolution from the board to get the Florida state to change it. So while the club doesn't require it, Florida does.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, second half of this motion is to appoint Glenn Silver, KM4P, as the resident agent for the state of Florida and our club.
Second.
Gene, I think, was that you?
Yes.
Okay. Gene seconded it. We'll go on with a vote. First area.
First area.
Sorry, is there any discussion?
Nope.
Okay, no discussion. Somebody said no. First area.
First area approves yes. KB1XP.
Okay, second area.
Second area approves AC2MT.
Third area.
Third area approves KE3HAY.
Fourth area.
Approved K9 GWS.
Fifth area approves WA6LBU. Sixth area.
Sixth area approves WY6N.
Seventh area.
Approve KE7RG.
Eighth area.
Thank you, Glenn. Approved. Whiskey 8 America Tango.
Okay. DX.
V3CMB, we approve.
Okay. And Mr. President.
President approves. KL7OR.
Vice President.
Approved. AA1NA. Yes. Thank you, Glenn.
Okay. Thank you, Glenn, for stepping up. Motion passes. And is there any questions?
I do. KE3HAY.
Couple comments. Since I have the floor, I received resignation today from Brian, AA1QW, that he's no longer going to be doing the Centurion editor. So again, I will post another message to the board, like I did 2 weeks ago, asking for input from your areas of who we can get to replace them. And the second one is I have appointed Mark Right. LPZ as the new late net coordinator. And so, please, when you see him, welcome. So,
You're not going to carry this stuff.
I think he'll do a good job. He's really inspiring.
Yeah, they're not. No.
He's
Okay.
really an aspiring new member. I mean, the kind of new member, and
Go sit down for a
I
while.
said he get as much support as we need to give him. So,
Yeah,
Awesome.
Mississippi,
That is awesome.
Mississippi coordinates the world.
right. I think he'll do a good job. I really do. So,
Oh, Mark.
Okay, I thought I heard Keon
Yeah.
with a comment.
Yeah, really quick, Dean, and this is not to put anybody on the spot. I just want to ask, is there anything else detrimental that we need to know about this situation that we might need to ponder, think, or is this something that needs to be sent on a reflector
what situation is that?
as far as getting the information and stuff over to Rich and all of that? Like, is there anything else? So in other words, you mentioned like the printer situation, getting the other documents over. Like, is there anything else that might come up as a surprise that we can kind of get ahead of versus finding out on the back end?
So what Ben has provided me was the folders that include all of the documents for maintaining the application forms, the PDF files. Now I have that in my possession, and I'm getting ready to ship some stuff to Rich, and he will have a zip drive with all that stuff in it, but it's just basically PDF files and old ones and new ones, and I didn't go through it exactly, right? He made it very clear that he would not be providing us with the actual award certificates until after we install the new award secretary. He did provide us with one copy of one award that as soon as tonight's vote was a yes, that Rich would be able to pursue, and the club could acquire the licensing for the necessary software so that we can actually take a look at the complexity of really what's in front of us, because we don't know. We've identified at least 5 pieces of proprietary software that have been used in the preparation of award certificates.
All
Where
right.
did they come from?
One of them is like $750 a year. Okay. So, we're kind of noodling through that and trying to figure out what do we need? We don't know for sure what we need.
Gentlemen, I must leave.
We should probably close that, maybe carry this on or keep it on because we're still recording, right?
Yes.
Okay, if without any objections, we'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. No objections heard.